Happy Easter. And no, this is not an Easter bunny. It's not an Easter chicken. It's an Easter lobster. What the heck? What is she going to talk about today? So today's blog is about renewal. It's about a time where sometimes we are vulnerable, we go through tough times, and then we come out a different person, rejuvenated, with a new shell, with a new beginning. And in order to do that, lobsters have to show their vulnerability. They have to become vulnerable before they can get stronger. And I find that this is what has been happening for us. A lot of us may have been hiding a little bit in the past year until we could grow our next shell. Because I don't know if you knew that, I've learned that from Alan Weiss, because he's talking a lot about the lobster principle. That lobsters, if they want to grow bigger, because we know that there are some smaller lobsters and bigger lobsters, their shell keeps them from growing. So somehow they have to get out of that shell and hide, because during that time that it takes in order to grow a new shell that is bigger, in order to make room for them to grow into that new shell, they have to hide during that time. So they go really, really low. They already live at the bottom of the ocean, and they already very low, but they have to hide sometimes under rocks or under something while they are vulnerable, in order to grow that new shell to become stronger and bigger. And then they will be really firm and hard, and eventually they will have to leave that shell in order to be able to grow into becoming a bigger lobster. And during that time, it's their vulnerable time where they go hide and then come out stronger and bigger with a bigger shell. So where am I going with this? I believe that this past year has been maybe a moment where vulnerability was needed, where in order to grow, we need to understand what makes us vulnerable. We need to open up. And very often clients come to me and they say, you know what, I've been trying to do this on my own for so long because I'm strong. I can do this alone. And it's not working. And sometimes we need to show a bit of vulnerability and say, hey, I need help. Or, hey, I feel that I'm not wanting to be good at every single part of my business. Or I do believe that there might be some limiting beliefs holding me back, and I'm willing to work it. And during that time, we show vulnerability. And that's how we get space to grow a stronger, bigger, better shell, is showing our vulnerability. So maybe, just like I feel that in the past year, I have been more vulnerable. There's a lot of learnings from this past year that made me stronger. And I needed some time to process. I needed some people to talk to about this as well. And I'm a coach. I kind of know what I'm doing. And yet we always need sometimes somebody to maybe help us with our vulnerabilities and help us talk it through so that we can realize, hey, what is the next step that I need to get to the next level? And showing vulnerability doesn't mean showing that we're weak. It's showing that we're strong and we're ready to get to the next level of our life. So let's all be like lobsters. Let's allow ourselves to be vulnerable so that we can get to the next level of our life. So I will see you there. And if there's anything I can help you with, I'll be happy. Let's just go have a virtual coffee together, and then we can discuss on how I can help you get rid of this old shell so that you have more room to grow.